my chariots, welcome back to my channel for another pick a card reading that I have for you today. Today's reading is, what is your person thinking about when it comes to you, when it comes to this connection? All right, so we will take a look at both tarot and oracle cards and see what messages come through for you today. I do have three piles here to choose from before I go over them. I do want to mention that my Etsy shop is open for anyone that is interested in private readings. I have the link in the description box below, so you could go ahead, click on that, and it'll take you to my shop where you can take a look. Also, just a quick shout out and thank you for all my continued support from my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for always being here. I love having your energy here. It's lovely. And for those of you that are new, that are joining, welcome. Welcome to my channel. If you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up for any videos that you like. Okay? So let's take a look at the piles, and the cards are from the Oracle of Seven Energies. Okay, so that's what we're looking at today. And pile one, you have this card here. It's called the Land Between. So this is going to be your reading. All right, so take a look, see. And if you're drawn to that, pile two, you have the card here of Earth Magic. All right, so this will be your reading. And then pile three, you have this one here, a burst of magic. All right, so this will be your reading. All right, so my chariots, do what you need to do. Focus to pick your pile. Take that moment to go within. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that means that there's messages in the other piles that you may need to hear. And if nothing is resonating with what I'm saying, if it does not connect with you or your story, that's perfectly fine. You can be okay with that and realize that the reading is not meant for you. This is a collective reading, so you must take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And you can go check out the other readings that I have currently on my channel, or you can go check out the other amazing readers that we have out there. There are so many wonderful ones with their own unique style, their own unique way of reading. Surely you will connect with one. The Spirit is always looking for you to do so. Okay? So why don't you pick your pile? We'll get started and I will see you there. Hello, pile one. All right, you chose here the card of the Land Between. Today's reading is, what is your person thinking about when it comes to you at this time when you find this reading? All right, so before we get started, before we get into anything, let's just take that moment to focus, to go within, settle our minds. Okay, so pile one, if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. Just want you to be still for a moment. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most. So I want you to say to yourself, in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I trust my intuition always. All right, so pile one, you know, the cards that I'm using today is from the Oracle of Seven Energies. This card that you chose here, number 40, the Land Between, this is the energy of light, okay, that's coming through. So we're talking about that intuition, we're talking about that spiritual connection, when it comes to the energy of light. And what we're looking at here is the land between. So, I'm getting this sense that your person, pile one, they are somewhere in the middle of things. Okay, whether that is in regards to you, if it's something in their life, but it's something where I feel there's hesitancy, indecision that goes on with this person. They're still trying. They're trying to figure something out or find themselves, is the energy that's coming through with this card of the land between. They're in between. It's almost like they have one foot here and one foot there. They have one foot in something and one foot in something else. And when that happens, it's unsteady, it's unstable. And that's what I'm feeling. This is number 40, which reduces to 4, and that's the Emperor. Okay, so that's that Aries energy. But 4s are about foundation. They're about structure. Aries and the Emperor is about power, and it's about authority. It's about having control. So I do feel like your person's trying to find control in some way. And what I find interesting about this card is you see, the land in between. So you see this area that's split. You have ground over here. You have ground on the right side with the bridges leading to this, almost like this top of a mountain that's just extended. And I feel like this is where your person is portraying themselves. So I feel like when you look at the person from the outside, they have control of things. They seem very calm, like they seem like they have things together, and all is well. And yet inside, they're trying to find their light. This is this beautiful little gold shining star here, and it happens to fall in the middle where I feel they're having that trouble. It's almost like they're having trouble picking a side. All right, so that's what's coming through with the opening card. Let's take a look at tarot and see what comes through for pile 1. Spirit, what is pile 1's person thinking about when it comes to them? Wow, that's way too much, but I'm looking at the 9 of Swords. All right, so let's see if that eventually comes out. So there's something here in regards to anxiety, I feel, with this pile 1. Like your person is carrying some sort of anxiety with them. And it could be because they are in that land of almost no man's land, they're in that limbo where they're not sure what direction to go in, and they're trying to get to that light. They're trying to find it, and there's a bit of a struggle. And I feel with this person, pile 1, they don't want anybody to know that it's a struggle for them. This is, I believe, the Green Witch Tarot that I'm using for you. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Moon, and the Ace of Cups. Yes, I feel the struggle right here with your person. I'm just looking here. First thing, your person, I feel like there's a lot of dreaming that goes on here. I'm very interested in the Moon card that's coming up here in the middle. This moon's interesting. Okay, this is, what did I say? The Green Witch Tarot. It's almost like you look at this moon and you see, like, it's almost like that lullaby, that sleepy, dreamy state when I actually look at this moon here. So I feel like there's some sort of dreaming that goes on with your person, some sort of fantasizing, especially with, there's this person, she's looking out at this body of water, right? The moon ruled by Pisces, a lot of emotions, okay, that flow here, the cycles, the different phases of the moon. The fish is jumping out of the water, and fish represents to me that imagination, that dreaming, that fantasy. So I feel like, and there's a person that's standing here, so I feel very much that your person dreams about you and fantasizes about you. I almost feel like this is someone that enjoys the night as well, okay, with the way this card is. So your person may be a night owl. They're thinking about, with the Queen of Wands here, this is about that desire to take action, okay? And yet we have the Ace of Cups here, and they're looking for this new opportunity, and even over here in the Ace of Chalices, the Ace of Cups, we have another fish, all right? And these are lilies that surround this ace, or I'm sorry, this cup and this chalice, and lilies represent peace and harmony. So I feel like your person, right, they're trying to find peace and harmony within themselves, all right? That's a struggle, and it could be with this moon here, there's some sort of secrets or shadow side that they're dealing with. And with that, I feel it is a struggle to find that peace that they're looking for. And yet I feel that they're trying to remain optimistic. The Queen of Wands here, she's sitting here in yellow, and yellow is that solar plexus chakra, all right? And that represents your confidence, right? And your power within you. So I do feel that there is some sort of struggle with your person on the inside when it comes to their emotions, all right? There's something here that they're struggling with. And yet, the way this queen sits, like nice, she's sitting up nice and tall and her wands in the air. There's a little bird here. It's almost like a canary yellow type bird. All right. And then I believe the flowers, these purple flowers, I think these are hyacinths. So I'm not sure if any of them, if those are symbols for you or signs. I do feel that your person has still this, very much this desire, this passion for you with the Queen of Wands here. All right. I still feel that your person carries a lot of love for you with the Ace of Cups here. All right. So there's this love, but yet with the moon here right in the middle, there's a struggle. There's a struggle that's going on inside of them. And what I feel the most is that they're not as, they're not where you may think they are. With this moon here, there's illusions in some way. You may feel that they're appearing to be strong and everything's fine. And I feel that they do that, a very good job of, showing on the outside that they may not care about things, that they may not think about you. And yet I feel that there's a very strong desire here. There's a very strong passion when it comes to you. What I feel like you need to know the most right now, that what they're thinking about is what goes on inside of them. What goes on inside of them with their emotions that I feel that they struggle with. And here's the Knight of Wands. And the Four of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. So it's very, isn't it interesting? But here's a wand under a wand. Here's a cup under a cup. I feel this energy that comes, you know, down through these set of cards, that yes, your person spends an awful lot of time thinking about you. Now, even though the Four of Swords is all about a mental timeout, you know, like that's a card about taking time to rejuvenate one's mind. It's when you're worn out and you're exhausted. And yet in this tarot deck, the way the picture is perceived, it gives me the energy that yes, your person is quiet, but they spend a lot of time thinking about you. And I feel like they spend a lot of time fantasizing what it would be like if they were to be able to hand you this cup. So you have the Ace of Cups here, and you look down now at the Knight of Cups, and here's the Knight, you know, handing over this cup. You know, what I feel like your person fantasizes a lot, like if they were to come forward and express their feelings that they have for you, what would the end result be? You know, and when I'm looking at this picture here, like there's this beautiful gate, like sort of like this gateway of these roses, if you could see. And I feel like your person thinks about a lot of times, or fantasizes, like, would you take this journey with them if they were to hand you this cup? It's something that they contemplate a lot, and they're on this journey to find this light, okay, as I said from the beginning. And here it is with the Knight of Wands. And if you look at this card, there's a little sign here. It says village, you know, like as if they're on their way to this village. And here's the beautiful sun that's up ahead. And yet the Knight of Wands, you know, again, there's this passion and there's this desire to move towards finding this light, and yet there's something that holds them up. Okay, there's something here in the center that holds them up, that prevents them from being able to move forward and take that action. What else? The Ten of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Chalices, the Eight of Cups. With this Ten of Swords here, the Ten of Themes, you know, that the Ten of Swords, that represents a painful ending. So I do feel like there was this painful ending that happened with you and your person. All right. And what's interesting is when I look at this card, you know, there's all these animals that are here that surrounds them. Like, I feel like there are people and things in your person's life that surrounds them. And yet, look, like they're just kind of like in this circular center around this cauldron. Like, there's a sadness that they carry within them that I feel like, to the people around them, again, they're very unaware of. I feel like this is someone that buries themselves in their work, all right, to kind of keep moving, all right. So I feel like this is someone that works hard. This may be someone that works with tools, a lot of tools, and I feel like the color purple is significant here. We have these lilacs that I feel are outside in this card, and then I feel like there's these purple hyacinths. So I feel like the color purple can mean something to you. It also represents the crown chakra, you know, and it's also a color and a symbol for that spiritual connection and spirituality, right? So I feel that one or both of you are spiritual in some way. What else? We have the Eight of Cups here, you know. From what I'm feeling like with this Ace of Cups to the Knight of Cups to the Eight of Cups, I mentioned, you know, there's this contemplation that goes on with your person. Like, if I were to come forward and present this cup of love, you know, would you take this journey with me? And then I feel like in their mind, they think no, that the Eight of Cups is here, that you would walk away, that you would not accept this situation. So they're very hesitant. So I'm not sure, you know, with the Ten of Swords here, I feel like if there's a painful ending that occurred in your past, is that something, whatever happened there, you know, I know there could be different scenarios that would prevent you from actually wanting to move forward with this person if they actually stepped up and presented this cup to you. There's something here about the beach as well. So the beach can resonate. There's grapes also, grapevine that's in this picture as well. There's a castle in the background. I feel that there's something about this picture here with the Eight of Pentacles where I'm feeling like your person would love a second chance is what's coming through. So I feel like there's some sort of like, you know, this is calling for a second chance, or, you know, some sort of rekindling that, or reuniting, or a reconciliation. All right, let me get one last row here, and then we'll get some messages. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. I feel that your person, this Queen of Pentacles, the way I'm seeing the cards, the way I'm feeling the energy is, I feel that you have moved on, okay? So for those of you that have moved on, you're in a new relationship, because that's what I'm seeing, the Queen of Pentacles, and that's the hesitation here, that you're with somebody else, all right? And the Seven of Cups leaves them in this state of they don't know what to do, all right? I can tell you from where they are, they're very frustrated with the Seven of Pentacles here. You know, they're not happy. I don't feel like they're enjoying life fully the way they should. I feel like this is someone that, even though we started with this Queen of Wands, it's almost like this is someone that knows what they need to do, and yet they don't take the steps or the actions that are needed in this case to make changes. So there's just a lot of, you know, whenever I see the Seven of Cups, for me, there's this question of, what do I need to do next? You know, how do I fix this? How do I go forward? What are the next steps? I'm not sure what to do. All right. So I feel that that is what your person struggles with inside. Okay. And yet, and because of that, they spend more time fantasizing, all right, than they do actually doing, you know, and taking the action. They dream about it more than they actually do. Okay. And we end with the bottom of the deck, and this is the Lord of Shadows, number 13. This is the Death card. So I feel like, you know, your person's in that very difficult stage of being in between two different things, a very uncomfortable stage of knowing that transformation is needed and required, like there's a rebirth coming, but until that happens, that rebirth and that change actually happens, it's a very uncomfortable stage for your person. All right, so let's get some messages from them. Let's use Hermit Tarot and see what comes through, and then I'll close out with an Oracle card. You have so many choices and options. So, there's this feeling like, with this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like your person really sees you like as top notch, as really value, really admires you. And because of that, I feel like for some reason they think you have different choices and options in your life. And I don't mean just like people. Like, I feel like they feel like you have more opportunities than they can provide to you. All right. Which leaves them in this very in-between state of feeling like they don't have enough to offer you. And yet love is the answer. So I do feel love is here. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. So there's this feeling even coming from them that perhaps you shun them in some way or you hurt them in some way. And that could also be part of this illusion with the moon here that, again, that shadow side, I feel with this painful ending, neither of you really do know what's going on with the other person, which can, things may not be as they seem. I'll get a few more. Your family won't like me. So again, I do have this feeling I mentioned, like perhaps you moved on, perhaps their family in general. There's a little bit of a lack of worthiness here, self-esteem that's coming through. They are waiting for you. I almost feel like that's a message from the universe letting you know that the universe is waiting for your person to kind of get through this stage that they're in, and that they're there, that they're helping them, that they're nudging them along, but that there's some difficulty, there's some struggles. So you are so very special. Yeah, with this Queen of Pentacles here, they feel that you're, this is that world card. I feel like you are the world. They see you as the world. Here on the bottom of the deck is I'm too afraid to talk. So there's some sort of fear here that's preventing them and coming forward and acting out on these dreams and fantasies. It's something that they just keep inside. All right, let's see. Let's close out with Moonology. Actually, you know what? I wanted to use these dice. Hold on one second. And I wanted to give an angel number message as well. I have this book here, but first let me do this oracle from the Moonology for pile 1. In regards to pile 1 and their person. Luck is on your side, all right? Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, and then on the bottom of the deck is surrender to the divine, which is a full moon. So, and there's some of that purple again. So I do feel like your person is sort of in between that material and spiritual world where they're trying to figure themselves out. Now, if I roll these dice, I want to see what numbers come up, and then I want to give you an angel. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 11. 1, 1. Isn't that amazing? And I wanted to read out of here. I have this book here on angel numbers. What's the message for number 11 for you? You are in a state of expansion and getting to know your true self better than ever. Know you were born to shine. So remember that pile 1 for yourself, and I feel like this also pertains to your person, that they are in this state. They're trying to figure out, who they are, their true self. Okay, and that's why, they're in this in-between world right now. And because of that, it's just a very uncomfortable time for them. I feel like they're dealing with their shadow side, right? They're dealing with their shadow side. So I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated with you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. All right, you chose the card here of Earth Magic, and this is going to be your reading today. Today's reading being, what is your person thinking about when it comes to you and this connection at this time? All right, so before we get started, let's just take that moment to ground ourselves. So pile 2, if you can take in a deep breath. And just be still. Go within, quiet your mind. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages you need to hear most. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I trust my intuition always. So you were drawn to the card Earth Magic. This is from Oracle of the Seven Energies. And obviously this energy falls into the category of Earth energy. All right. And this is card number 1, which represents the Magician. So, we're definitely talking about, this energy of recognizing where you are, the seeds that you have planted thus far, and allowing them to, giving them room to grow, to breathe, to grow, to bloom. Recognizing that you have the tools here necessary, right? It's necessary to create and manifest what it is that you're looking for. So this is very grounded energy. So it could be that your person, they're being called to ground, like maybe there's something going on where they're calling to ground here, where they're being asked to look at things more practically, okay? Something in this material world that they might be focused on, right? That they're trying to manifest. Now there's something coming through here. I'm looking at these legs, the feet. I feel like your person has a thing for you, for your legs. Either, you have nice legs, they've told you this, or they like your feet or your toes, but something like that's coming through here. Just on a side note. But let's take a look. So I feel like, the energy is calling for this person. They need some grounding, like they have to center perhaps or focus on their root chakra. It could be that this connection hasn't really grounded. Perhaps this is a connection where you're wondering how your person feels, but nothing has really taken place yet. No kind of relationship has occurred, all right? Or it's a connection where it's more in the mind than it is, here in this 3D material, world, the present moment, perhaps. Let's take a look. The Nine of Swords. Now this is the Wizard's Tarot. Barbara Moore's Wizard's Tarot. And the Five of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles. So your person's pretty much in a low state. Pile 2. There's a sadness here. There's a lot of anxiety that they're having with the Nine of Swords. And you know what? And this is where I'm feeling like it's calling for them to come back down to this earth, to reality. You look at this picture of the Nine of Swords. I'm not sure if you can see, but this person's elevated off the bed, right? They're like, suspended in air. I feel like again, this is a connection or something that's very airy in the mind or something. And something needs to be brought down into reality. There's a Five of Pentacles here. So I do feel like your person is very sad that they're missing out. There's a coldness coming through with this picture of the snow. And this is that feeling of being, the Five of Pentacles can represent that feeling of being left out in the cold, left behind. So, there's this feeling almost that I feel like there's this energy, your person's just wandering about, and I feel like they're just wandering about, not knowing what to do with themselves, and that's why it's calling for something to ground them. And I feel like the problem is because they're very unsatisfied with themselves and with their life. Pile 2, the Seven of Pentacles here. They're very unfulfilled. All right, they're very unfulfilled, and because of that, it leaves them in a state of focusing and just thinking about you. All right. I feel with the Five of Pentacles and the Seven Pentacles that actually represent this earth energy when it comes to their environment of where they are. They're completely unfocused, unaware, could care less. Like they're just in this state that they're not thriving, put it that way. They're not thriving. All right, they carry a lot of anxiety with them, a lot of sleepless nights. And again, I feel that you're almost an escape for this person. And because of that, they're floating in the air. Like I feel like that's almost how they feel. This isn't someone that is grounded and facing their reality. The Three of Swords. The Eight of Cups. And Judgment. Your person has, your person has a lot of pain. They, you know what? This person is not, they carry a lot of pain from their past, their childhood, and they haven't really dealt with it in a healthy way, okay? Because of that, they feel very judged with this Judgment card here. There's this energy that comes through that I feel there's an owl here. I don't know if you could see this in the Judgment card. There's this owl, and owls are all about your intuition. They're having trouble hearing their intuition. And I do feel that, Spirit, the universe, has tried to grab their attention, but they've turned their back on it with this Eight of Cups. They've turned their back on, they've turned their back on a lot of things, I have to say. I feel like they've left a lot of things go in their life that they didn't mend or they didn't take care of in some way. And now, and this is someone that can't take criticism. They feel that they're being judged all the time, or, they just they're very vulnerable, you know. It's almost like they're fragile in a way, and yet you wouldn't think it, because I feel like they've developed this hard outer shell, and yet they're very focused on something from the past. The Eight of Wands, they think about reaching out to you. The Four of Swords. I feel like this is someone that is mentally exhausted. And the High Priestess. There's something here with their... Where's my little... They're struggling with intuition. They're struggling with their true identity. All right, with this High Priestess here, all in blue. They struggle with speaking their truth. I feel like they've been very, they're very defensive. I feel with you, it's possible that you've had some pretty... hardcore, difficult conversations or arguments, conflict in some way. And I feel for you, pile 2, it's left you at this place like you don't know what else to do. I feel like if this person talks to you about this heartache that they're dealing with, they think that will help them and help them to feel better. Even though I don't think that's the case. This is someone that needs to heal within, and they're looking for others. They're looking towards others, and instead of hearing this awakening from the universe and knowing what it is that they need to do, they're looking for others to help fix them. And yet, the whole purpose of this, as I look up at that number 1, that Magician, is for them to figure out that they have the tools right here in front of them, all right? And they know what they need to do, all right? And yet, I feel that they've basically danced around something pretty traumatic, tragic in their life. The Knight of Swords, yeah, it's like they have something that they really want to get off their chest. Something that they've been holding inside. Like, here's the Hermit. And the World. So I definitely feel that they think there's some sort of unfinished business with you, pile 2, like things aren't over. I feel that they do think the world of you. When I see this, look at this beautiful woman in this pink, all right? They definitely see you as love, okay? I'm just looking around. There's like this bed of flowers here. There's a lot of dark cards though. I feel like when I look at this card for the Hermit, now the Hermit is all about going in. It's about self-reflection. It's about soul searching, and it's about following that light, right? Following the intuition. And even with this one, with the Eight of Cups, that's why I feel like here's the light, the person looks back at the moon, and I feel like they're just going in a totally different direction. And I feel like they've been doing that. And then there's this question, and like they don't understand why things haven't worked out, or why things don't go. There's this feeling coming through that they feel like they're a victim for a lot of what they've experienced in their life. And yet they're refusing to see what I think they need to see the most. And it's turning that energy and focusing it inward, focusing it on themselves. They're not able to do that. And we're ending here. I'm just looking on the bottom of the deck with the Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of work that this person needs to do. All right. There's a lot of work that this person needs to do in their environment right now in this present moment. And it's not that they don't have feelings for you. They definitely do. I feel like, again, they see you as this beautiful soul, but they're looking towards you for answers that they're not going to get. They're looking for that fulfillment to come from you, and what they really need to do is find that fulfillment within themselves. Let me get some messages from your person. Let's see what else comes through for pile 2. I always feel like my pile 2s, they're pretty tough, right? They're like dark. I feel like if I go back and start looking at my pile 2s, there's something about a darkness here. And that's why we are calling for that Mother Earth energy. Let's see here. Messages for pile 2 from their person. What else? I want you. Do you even care? So there's this feeling like your person doesn't even know if you care or have a clue about them. And I feel that that's more them than you, all right? Because, again, they're struggling with themselves. I want to get you drunk, right? So to me, that's more like a, this is number 15. So this is like devil energy coming through here. So there's definitely a sexual connection here. I feel like your person finds you physically attractive. If you two have been together, they think about that a lot. They think about, I'm a very jealous person. You may have seen this. I'm too afraid to talk to you. Ace of Pentacles. So it's almost, for some of you, it looks like, this person's looking for a new start. So I don't know if you're in a no contact situation. Gossip only hurts more. A lot of negative energy coming through here. Chaos, conflict. Let me hold you. It's almost as if this person is, pile 2, like in dire need of wanting a healthy emotional relationship, but yet there's a lot that's going on in this person's environment that they need to work through before they would be able to have that. And then let's do, I did a Moonology card to close out. And then I've been rolling, I have 2 dice here, and I'll get you an angel message. Let's see for pile 2, what other messages do we have for pile 2? A new start is coming. Look at that with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like your person wants a new start. A personal issue reaches a resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Pile 2, I feel like your person wants a new start, but that's totally going to be up to you whether you choose to get involved with this, all right? Because I do feel like this person has a lot of heavy energy. Make sure that you're grounding, clearing your energies, protecting yourself. If you feel anything toxic, make sure you're trying to remove that. It's easy to do, all right? I feel like this is someone that I have to say that you have to be mindful of and make sure that you have your healthy boundaries, okay, in place, all right, so that you do not get pulled into this mess. So number 2, all right, and 11. So I'm going to take that as 211. Let's see what your angel message is. You are in a powerful place at this time, aligning with great minds of the past and present. Focus on your dreams and highest good. And pile 2, I think that's really important. I want you to focus on your highest good because this situation is very low. So you need to steer clear, pull yourself back, make sure you're taking care of yourself. All right? All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here. Thank you for reaching out, and I look forward to reading again for you. Okay, bye. Hello, pile 3. All right, you chose this card here, a burst of magic, for today's reading, which is, what is your person thinking about when it comes to you at this time when you find the reading? All my readings are timeless. So let's take a look and see what comes through. But before we do that, let's just take that moment to focus and go within. So pile 3, if you can take in a deep breath for me. And go within. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can give you the messages that you need to hear most. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power, and I trust my intuition always. So, you know, this is called a burst of magic. This is from the Oracle of 7 Energies, and this is the energy of thoughts. Okay, so, you know, we're talking about the mind here. I feel like there's something higher that's going on here. Your person, I feel, is seeing things from a higher perspective, or they're looking at things differently, you know. We have this beautiful pink lotus flower. Number 48 reduces to 12, and that is the Hanged Man. Okay, and that is the energy of surrendering and taking a step back and looking at things differently, okay, from a higher perspective. And then I see this being that's almost, you know, being created from the lotus flower, and you know, lotus flowers grow from that mud, that muddy, you know, they start out in muddy waters, and then look how they bloom into something beautiful. And I get that feeling like that's how your person thinks about you, pile 3. There's something very beautiful when it comes to you that they see, you know. And this burst of magic, I almost feel like they see you as some sort of gift that entered their life. So let's take a look and see what comes through tarot. This is the Uncommon Tarot. pile 3. The Emperor. All right, so we have the Emperor. Look at that, the Four of Wands. I definitely felt that energy, the 11-11 energy with this card. There's something very beautiful. And this is number 14. Oh, the Alchemist. So this is Temperance. Wow. So you have Four of Wands and the Alchemist. You have Temperance with the Emperor. So this definitely can be confirmation of some sort of deep soul, spiritual connection. I feel that there's some sort of, I feel like your person knows. It's very interesting. Like they're very much aware that you are their divine counterpart. They see you as the perfect mix. All right, that's what I'm seeing from this Temperance card. And the Temperance card is a very spiritual card, you know, because it is about moderation. It is also a card of patience, okay, divine timing. But the moderation is when we're talking about that alchemy, the perfect mix of something spiritual and material world, like within you, and then having that beautiful energy with someone else. So I do feel that there's something here. They see you as very sensual too, pile 3. There's something very sensual here about you. I feel like with this Emperor here, they're very focused, right? It's almost like they're very focused and they're very aware of who you are, despite whatever issues may be going on in this present moment, right? In this here and now. I feel that this is a connection with someone in that 5D. So I feel like you're with this person, that you're connected with them in the 5D with this Four of Wands here. So we have the 10 of Coins, yeah, the 10 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Very sensual, like especially with this the pictures are very vulnerable. I feel like your person thinks you're very beautiful. There's something here with this 8 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. I feel this energy that your person there's some sort of longevity here, but again, like I feel that your person knows who you are. I'm trying to say, like, they can't stop thinking of you. They're very focused in what you represent to them. There's this focus on what you represent to them and who you are and what you mean to them. There's something with your breasts too. I feel like that like if you guys have been together, or there's something very alluring when it comes to your chest area. I feel that they fantasize an awful lot about you when I look at this Page of Cups and how big this cup is. You know, and that's something else. There's this huge cup here. This huge cup with this huge fish. There's a lot of dreaming and fantasizing that goes on with this person for you. And the Five of Cups is here. Okay, so there's tears. All right, there's a sadness. There's some sort of regret. We have the Ace of Swords. It's like they've reached this clarity and they know who you are. Perhaps for some of you in this group, I feel like you've actually had the conversation of what a deep soul connection or a twin flame is. You know, like you've had some sort of deep conversation, because I feel like that's what resides in this person's mind. Like they think about it a lot. And they have that clarity now. You know, they've had that clarity and they see some sort of transformation since they've met you, with the butterflies that I'm looking at this picture. The Chariot, all right, so that's Cancer energy. This is all about forward movement. So there's this feeling coming through that there's some sort of flow between the two of you of this forward movement, all right, where things are flowing forward. There is some sort of movement. It might not be in this 3D material world, but there's something that flows between the two of you. And you're, again, I keep staring at this Emperor. He's very much aware of it. He's very much aware. So we have the Two of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. More butterflies. And the King of Wands. Yeah, your person is very focused on you, all right? There's no doubt that your person knows what you mean an awful lot to your person, all right? There's no doubt about it. There's this strong divine masculine energy coming through. Your person's very passionate for you, all right? There's this raw, deep, intense connection that exists. I'm just looking here. There's something with the two. There's sadness here, though. Like there's a grieving, you know, a regret. I feel, or a loss for some sort of decision that they made. The Two of Pentacles is here, where to me there's juggling in some way, and I feel that perhaps your person is this juggling about. The Page of Swords is here too. I feel like your person's watching you. They're keeping an eye on you. Oh, on the bottom of the deck we have the Moon. Okay, so I feel like when it comes to this Emperor's emotions, I don't feel, you know, I feel like there was pretty much those boundaries that were set in place. All right, and I feel like there's a sadness here. There's a regret. I feel like there's secrets here. There's secrets here. I feel that your person, they didn't come clean. They didn't come clean about their feelings for you at the time. There could have been other options involved with the Seven of Cups here. You know, when they had this opportunity, I feel, or it's more of this feeling like in the beginning, like they didn't know, and now there's this clarity with the Ace of Swords. There's this realization, you know, something has, I feel like since those seeds have been planted, all right, something has grown within your person. You know, there's that change, there's that transformation that is occurring since they met you. And there's a sadness that they carry within them because I feel that they think they never had that opportunity to be able to truly express themselves in how they feel. Okay. So let's get some more messages. Let's get messages from, oh, this is the Hermit Tarot. We're ending with this King of Wands. I feel like this person wants to come forward. It's like they want to take action here. For some of you, this person might come forward. Look at that, the Ace of Cups. I want you. I am manifesting you. You know, it feels like with both of the King of Wands here, this Leo energy and the Emperor, which is the Aries energy, there is a lot of fire. All right, there's a lot of fire. There's a lot of desire. There's a lot of rawness here. It says, please give me time. I've never felt this way before. So, you know, and that could be the realization of what this person is dealing with. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. What do you want? All right. So it's almost like, you know, I feel like here's this King of Wands and they're coming forward to ask you, what is it that you want? And then look at this, you know, which could represent that Five of Cups. I'm in so much pain. All right. So I do feel like your person's hurting, pile 3. Let me get a Moonology card. And then I'm going to close out with rolling some dice to get you an angel number. So for pile 3, final messages for pile 3 regarding this connection. Take time to breathe out. And then you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, I do feel that this is a spiritual connection. Showing me the universe, spirit is protecting both of you at this time. All right. If you're feeling overwhelmed in any way by this connection, spirit's saying, asking you to take time to breathe, you know, breathe out for yourself. So let's take a look. All right, so we have 5 and 9. So we're going to treat that as number 59. What message is for you? I have an angel message here. Wow. There's a chance for you to undertake major spiritual growth at this time. Open up to healing information, pile 3. That's beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again at the next reading. Bye.